This is ABC7 News at 6. Your Suncoast News. We're here for you.
Hello and welcome. I'm Scott Dennis.
And I'm Jacqueline Matter. Thanks for joining us. Our top story this hour, a first look inside of a medical cannabis facility just miles from the Suncoast.
Today, the first seeds were planted at AltMed, Florida in Apollo Beach, one of 13 cultivation facilities throughout Florida. ABC7's Jess Dowdrick was inside that facility just a few minutes ago. She joins us now live from Apollo Beach with more. Jess?
Jacqueline, Scott, this large green warehouse behind me right off of US 41 in Apollo Beach is the new AltMed Florida cultivation facility. It's unique in that medical marijuana will be grown indoors instead of the traditional greenhouse. Take a look at the seeds that were just planted today. It will take about 4 months before these plants will be able to be used to make medical cannabis. The plants will eventually get to about 4 feet tall as they move from room to room, each area with controlled lighting and temperature for the plants. The last stop for these plants is here in what's called the flower room. That's where the plants will bud. Then the oil is extracted from those flowers and will be processed into things like cannabis oils, creams, and inhalers. That's all done right here at the facility in Apollo Beach. And while it's all happening, security is very high. All 50 employees that will be working here will be highly vetted, and every move will be watched.
There are security cameras everywhere you go. Our employees will have pocketless uniforms so that they can't carry anything out in their pockets, and we'll have 24-hour security guards watching the monitors.
You can see just over my shoulder when you pull into the property, there is a security guard and there are fences with barbed wire on them. You do need the security guard to give you access to the property. Now, the first medical cannabis products that are produced here are expected to be available on the Suncoast in March of 2018. Reporting live in Apollo Beach, Jess Dowdrick, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
All right, thank you, Jess. More housing could soon be coming to the Sarasota area as there are big plans for one of the Suncoast's most popular tennis facilities. Some of the 29 tennis courts at Bath & Racquet Club in Sarasota, most of them clay, could soon be paving the way for 180 townhomes and condos around the club's 12.5-acre property. There are plans for a major renovation and upgrades to the facility as well, including to the gym area. Club personnel say the goal is to create a residential community that is focused on health and wellness.
We're really looking to be one of the top facilities in Florida. Land-wise, we're looking to add that in to where we have a community of people that are part of the club, part of the community, and really bring a gym back to Sarasota and make this a landmark in Sarasota for people to visit.
City commissioners are discussing the Bath & Racquet Club plans tonight. If it gets approved, a public workshop will be taking place in December. Construction could get underway on these residential units as early as 2019.
Major improvements are being made to the City of Venice's drinking water system. A majority of the city's pipes were laid back in the 1950s and are now being replaced. But this is leading to a concern from some of the residents about boil water advisories and specifically how residents are informed. One woman says she wasn't told of the advisory, and she worries what effect that may have on her children.
A lot of times I would get the door hanger that the boil order had been rescinded, and I never got the original one to boil the order.
The city suggests residents sign up for the Code Red system. This is a free automated call that will advise residents when they should boil their water.
Well, it was certainly a little chillier out this morning, but still nice for an overall day.
Warmed up, yeah, it was nice. Here's Bob with more.
Bit of a chill this morning, upper 40s to low 50s to start things off due to a cold front that moved through Sunday late afternoon. Didn't really produce much rainfall. It brought us some cooler weather around just for a short period of time, and temperatures rebounded this afternoon quite nicely in the upper 70s. Currently now we're in the mid 70s to lower 70s, while inland it's 71 now in Arcadia. The Gulf water temperature is 72. Venice, you're at 75 degrees and 74 now in Inglewood. Currently at the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport, we have a few clouds around. 74, the dew point number has come up now. It's 58 degrees. One thing you'll note is that it will be much warmer to start things off tomorrow morning, about 10 to almost 15 degrees warmer in places as a result of winds switching around more to a south to southeasterly direction. Now that front, you can see quite clearly, is well down to our south now. It's all the way down into the southern portion of the state. That's going to bounce back as a warm front and eventually bring us a chance for some showers. A little disturbance develops in the Gulf of Mexico on Tuesday, so look for an increase in clouds throughout the day on Tuesday. Right now, though, beautiful out there in the area beaches. Had lots of sunshine, a few high clouds this afternoon around 2, 3 o'clock, and then some lower clouds starting to develop out into the Gulf associated with that developing storm system. More on that coming up in just a few minutes. Back to you.
Thank you, Bob. Students, staff, and community members gathered at St. Mary Academy today to celebrate an early Thanksgiving feast. St. Mary Academy works with children with special learning needs. The annual Thanksgiving feast gives the students a chance to try new foods that they don't normally eat at home or in school. They also get to mingle with friends and teachers outside of the classroom, practicing social skills that they work on every day.
And talk about kind of what is special to them, what they're thankful for, and a chance to celebrate all the blessings that we have.
Reynolds says it's one of her favorite days of the year, giving the school a chance to come together before the holiday break.
And as one of the biggest holiday shopping weekends of the year approaches, so does the stress many feel this time of year. According to a Healthline survey, 62% of people say their stress level is very or somewhat elevated during the holidays. The study shows people blame financial demands, interacting with family, maintaining personal health habits as some key triggers. But a Sarasota doctor says the impact of the stress can go well beyond depression.
With the holidays nowadays, it can impact depression and anxiety. And with the depression and anxiety, people will tend to not take care of themselves, which would then impact on becoming more overweight, impact their diabetes, increase their blood pressure.
To avoid some of the stress, officials suggest making a budget to avoid overspending, as well as exercise and following your regular eating and medication routines. There are so many temptations this time of year. People bring cookies and everything else to our newsroom, and you have to stay away from them.
You have to kind of make sure you're doing what you can. Yeah.
Still to come in your Suncoast News tonight, Florida's opioid epidemic has claimed countless victims right here on the Suncoast.
And tonight, we're taking a closer look at the most innocent of them all.
Want the latest weather and traffic conditions wherever you go? Introducing ABC7's revolutionary new First Alert weather app. With our state-of-the-art new weather app, you get up-to-the-minute weather alerts, interactive radar maps, current conditions, 10-day forecasts, real-time traffic maps, and weather video from ABC7, all at your fingertips. And it's free. Just search Suncoast WX in the App Store and download onto all your devices today. Sponsored by Mr. Sparky.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Listen to this important message. If you owe money to the IRS, you will want to hear this. The IRS is cracking down on those who owe back taxes. They send out devastating letters, garnish paychecks, and even put liens on your home or business. You may have heard of it. It's called enforced compliance. Penalties and interest compound daily on your back taxes, putting you under a mountain of debt. Tax 10,000 has years of experience connecting people with tax resolution specialists who will negotiate with the IRS on your behalf. Working through the IRS Fresh Start program, they will handle all the necessary forms and can negotiate a tax settlement with the IRS. It's that simple. And if you qualify, you may end up saving thousands of dollars, finally ending your financial stress. Now is the time for a fresh start. Now is the time to call Tax 10,000. 800-699-3188. That's 800-699-3188. Call now.
The biggest shopping day of the year is here, and Sunset Fiat of Sarasota invites you to experience the ultimate LBD. Long, beautiful drive, of course, because no matter which model you try on, the Fiat 500, the 500X, the 500L, or the gorgeous Fiat Spider, you're going to love the way you look and feel in your new Fiat. Prices starting as low as $13,999 during the Black Friday sales event going on now at Sunset Fiat of Sarasota.
ABC7, your official Florida lottery station for the Suncoast.
Florida's opioid crisis has filled our jails, ambulances, and rehab facilities with adults suffering from addiction.
But in our hospitals, addiction is gripping even tinier victims, babies born dependent on the same drugs that plague their mothers. ABC7's Adam Cellini shows us the staggering number of infants who are born addicted.
For 7 years, Jessica Barnes struggled with addiction. Prescription pill abuse lost her custody of all 6 of her children, but her youngest son, Peyton, was the only one taken away in the delivery room.
I delivered him. They actually had to take him as an emergency C-section, so he went right from, delivery to the NICU unit.
Peyton was in the NICU, or neonatal intensive care unit, because he was withdrawing from the drugs Jessica used during her pregnancy.
I noticed that a lot of the, nurses at the time I felt, were upset with me, but I realize now they were just really looking out for my son.
It's a condition known as neonatal abstinence syndrome, or NAS. It can only be diagnosed after a birth and is turning infants into the tiniest victims of Florida's opioid epidemic. According to the Florida Agency for Healthcare Administration, 2,487 babies were born with NAS in 2015, nearly 5 times more than the amount in 2007. The percentage of NAS births in Sarasota and Manatee counties were also 3rd and 4th highest in the state.
It's a very challenging situation in our unit because these are not always babies that come and go very quickly.
Heather Graber is the clinical manager of the NICU at Sarasota Memorial Hospital. Her team of nurses help newborns detox from months of drug dependency.
They can be having issues with scratching themselves or getting so upset and vomiting just because of the withdrawal process.
High-pitched screaming and restlessness are other signs a baby is dealing with addiction. Nurses and volunteers take turns cuddling the babies to help ease their discomfort. And twice a day, an interdisciplinary team of doctors, pharmacists, social service workers, and others meet to discuss each infant's condition. But what's most important for Graber is that the mothers get involved as well.
When we care for the baby, we also care a lot for the parent as well, because they do have a guilt process that does happen throughout our stay.
Pregnant women are unique in that you can really change their lives because they're motivated.
Dr. Stephanie Hedstrom does prenatal checkups once a month for the health department. She also leads a weekly support group for pregnant, addicted women.
They're not bad people. They just have a bad disease, and they need support, they need compassion, they need caring, and they need help.
Child Protective Services will still open a case when a baby is born with NAS, which is why Barnes had to wait 10 months to hold her son for the first time.
And the first time I held him, I had a lot of feelings, feeling like I wasn't worth, being a mom, but at the same time, I wanted to be his mom.
She and her husband entered rehab and finally turned the tables on addiction. A judge granted them custody of Peyton after 14 months, who's now grown into a healthy 9-year-old boy.
It's hard work, it's hard work, but it's so worth it in the end.
Today she uses her story to inspire others in the same program that once helped her, constantly reminded that a life she once put in jeopardy ended up saving her own. In Sarasota, Adam Cellini, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Wow, such an inspirational story there.
And a lot of help, we're glad to know, in our hospitals that are taking care of these young babies. Right. Up next, Bob will be back with your First Alert weather forecast. Some big changes coming for the rest of this week.
When evaluating the Alfa Romeo Stelvio, Car and Driver magazine said every crossover should be this good to drive. We agree. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
Is your old garage door stuck or broken? Would a new one give you a lift? Let Precision Door Overhead Garage Door Service of Sarasota come to the rescue with prompt and affordable repair service. Replacement doors come with an array of styles and colors, and they are rated to meet and exceed Florida standards. From estimates to installation, your satisfaction is our priority. If you're not 100% satisfied with any product, service, or installation, we will make it right, because Precision Door Service is a name you can trust.
I'm calling in regards about my mother, and I'm here, and I just want to thank you because it saved my mother's life yesterday. And I'd like to know the names of the people that came in and saved her so I could call and thank them. And she's doing fine. It's a wonderful thing. Thank you.
When you fall and cannot get up, an accident can turn into a tragedy. But with Life Alert, one touch of a button can get you help fast. Life Alert saves a person from a catastrophe every 10 minutes.
Life Alert is a lifesaver. If it weren't for Life Alert, I wouldn't be sitting here today.
For a free Life Alert brochure, call 1-800-652-3012. That's 1-800-652-3012. Call now 1-800-652-3012. For a free brochure, call 1-800-652-3012.
There's nothing like this trail in Alabama. It just goes from the northern part of the state to the southern part of the state. We see all kind of different terrains, great value, great fun. We've been coming for 18 years. We started off with a group of 8, grew to 12, and grew to 16. And we love it because where else can you get world-class golf courses with world-class accommodations? To be able to play these type of courses in this environment, and the difficulty keeps us coming back over and over and over again.
Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View. The Christmas tree lots are filling up. I'm Stephanie Roberts. On Suncoast View, we'll talk to Troy's Tropics about what we need to look for when picking the perfect tree and why it may be a bit harder to find this year. Chef Stephen Phelps stops by to toast the James Beard Foundation's anniversary. And we remember Jimi Hendrix with someone that knew him well. Plus, Geyer's Sausage Kitchen is here to teach turkey carving. Tomorrow at 4 on Suncoast View.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
Auto Trader recently said Stelvio can spring from a standstill to 60 miles per hour in 5.4 seconds. A segment best. You deserve the best. Rediscover your passion for driving at Alfa Romeo of Sarasota.
All right, it started cold, but it warmed up really nice today.
It did, 1 degree above average by the, by the afternoon. We were at 50 though to start the morning off, so it was chilly out there. I know that, but a different story tomorrow morning. It's going to be muggier and a little bit warmer tomorrow. In fact, a lot warmer to start things off. We have a lot of changes, as we alluded to earlier. Van Way's webcam showing a beautiful day today. High pressure dominating across the Gulf of Mexico and across west central Florida today with lots of sunshine. And then the clouds came in. You see that quite clearly from the Van Way's webcam, and darkening skies off in the distance associated with a developing low pressure area. And the cold front that moved through yesterday will move back through our area tomorrow as a warm front. And that's the reason why we're going to be a little bit warmer. Right now it's 74 at Sarasota, some clouds now. Braden 74, 1 degree warmer in now Venice. And as far as the Sarasota conditions go, 74, dew point is at 58, east winds are at 8 now, and the pressure 30.03 inches, and that is falling ever so slightly. There it is, the low this morning 50, not close to the record though, 38 set back in 1916, and this morning the afternoon high was 79, our normal high at 78 degrees. Boy, it's been a dry month so far. So things are going to change. We're going to get some rainfall. Tomorrow there's a possibility, better chances come Thanksgiving and on Black Friday as a series of disturbances move across the Gulf of Mexico into west central Florida. This is the computer forecast model indicating we'll see some clouds. I think we'll see some sunshine in the morning, but generally cloudy skies throughout midday with a chance for showers. And there's an outside chance we may see 1 or 2 thunderstorms. I think that'll be mainly to the north and east of us, though. And you'll get the picture here. Futurecast will show this cold front now that's down to the south will work its way northward, and our winds will switch around more to a south to southeasterly direction as this little low pressure area develops in the Gulf of Mexico. There's the low starting to develop. There's the warm front moving off to the north. The two are going to head off to the northeast, and they'll bring us a chance for a few showers again, as I mentioned, mainly in the midday, and then by the late afternoon and evening, most of that rain should be well to our north. Then another disturbance develops out here in the Gulf, and so it's not quite over yet. Wednesday looks to be okay, a 20% chance for a shower or two, and then we bounce back up a little higher on Thanksgiving and Friday. Eventually, the whole thing washes through here and cools us down for Monday of next week. Well, satellite and radar imagery showing the southeast is fairly quiet with the exception of that frontal boundary down to our south, a few showers there, and some clouds gathering in the Gulf of Mexico. The cold air is starting to drop southward now into the northern plain states, which will spread to the Great Lakes and the Northeast, and more rain in the northern California and into Idaho as well as into Oregon. Well, that cold air now confined to the northern plain states and the Northeast chilly, 38 in Boston, 42 in Cleveland and Chicago at 51 degrees. But you'll notice on the forecast the deep purple and blue continues to move in across much of the eastern third of the nation. We'll get some of that cooler here, especially on Monday. You'll notice a big difference to start the work week next week. Well, here's the forecast then for boaters. Winds basically will be out of the southeast to start the morning off, east-southeast at 15 knots. And then they'll subside to 5 to 10 in the afternoon. Seas running 2 to 3 feet with a moderate chop out there. Water temperature now at 72 degrees, the UV index 4, and then the high tide at 12:14. Low tide will be at 8:48 tomorrow morning. Just had sunset not too long ago. Sunrise will be at 6:56. So mostly cloudy late tonight and a 20% chance for showers, mainly after midnight. For tomorrow, I'll look for some clouds increasing and a 50% chance for mainly showers. Still warm though, 78 for your high. And the extended forecast calling for less of a chance on Wednesday and then a better chance for showers on Thanksgiving, and even better still on Black Friday. Good day for shopping. Linda?
Coming up, you think this bird is beautiful? We'll introduce you to 300 of his closest friends.
First out the door when it matters most. For more than a decade, he's been right there, everywhere. And when American jobs are on the line, he leads the charge. ABC's World News Tonight with David Muir is America's most watched newscast, and we thank you.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Get the best Black Friday deals right now during the Black Friday sales event at Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota. Don't just settle for what's available at a smaller lot. Come shop the Suncoast's largest selection of Ram trucks. Get maximum cargo space and more comfort with a new Ram Quad Cab at rock bottom pricing. Or spread out in your spacious new Ram Crew Cab and save up to $11,000. Better prices, bigger selection. Go to Sunset Dodge Chrysler Jeep Ram in Sarasota.
Soldiers in the Army National Guard serve to give back to their country and communities. Their part-time commitment qualifies them for an array of benefits, such as affordable health and life insurance benefits, education benefits, including tuition assistance, student loan repayment and GI Bill programs, a retirement plan based on part-time service, and VA home mortgages. Visit NationalGuard.com to learn more about all the benefits available in the Army National Guard.
It's the holiday sales event here at Alex Karras Lincoln. Drive a brand new 2017 Lincoln MKX Sport Utility for $349 per month, or Lincoln's flagship, the 2017 Continental, for $449 per month. We have a great selection of certified pre-owned Lincolns. These vehicles have warranties up to 100,000 miles and come with complimentary roadside assistance. Alex Karras Lincoln, affordable luxury. Winner of the prestigious 2015 President's Award, serving Florida's Sun Coast since 1978. We are located 2 miles north of the Sarasota-Bradenton Airport on US 41.
Here's something we bet you didn't know. Nearly half of all cancers can be prevented. That's right, half. Nearly 50%, mostly by making small everyday changes in your diet and controlling your weight, walking more, eating less, and eating foods that help you and your family to seriously reduce the risk of cancer. And of course, by not smoking. Visit the Cancer Prevention Together We Can website and get a free 30-day planner filled with tips, recipes, stats, and more about protecting your family. Go to prevent50.org.
For your plumbing, electrical, or air conditioning, and services is qualified, and service calls are free. And services.com, A-N-D, services.com.
Parrots are the third most popular family pet, but they can live up to 100 years old.
Wow.
So when their owners are no longer willing or able to care for them, what happens then?
Well, here on the Suncoast, they go to a sanctuary. It's one of the many things that make the Suncoast a great place to call home. ABC7's Linda Carson has more.
Birds of Paradise Sanctuary and Rescue is home to more than 300 parrots.
We are a haven for exotic parrots from all over the country. Some come from abusive situations, some come from death in the family. Owners couldn't take care of the birds anymore.
It's located on 6.5 acres in East Manatee County.
It makes a perfect area for the parrots because we don't have very many neighbors. Around us is horse ranches and strawberry fields, so it's perfect setting.
This is the area for parrots that are up for adoption.
We socialize them through use of our volunteers so they stay ready to meet their forever family.
Adoptive families are carefully pre-screened.
They fill out an adoption application. They also have a home visit to make sure that these parrots are going into a good quality home and can live out the rest of their days with their family.
Those birds that are not adoptable become permanent residents here.
Many of the parrots that reside here for the rest of their lives are in huge free-flight aviaries. They're in aviaries according to species, so the macaws are together and the cockatoos are together, and they're also in aviaries based on their personalities.
For a parrot, this is a great place to call home.
And they're able to fly freely, they have natural foraging items, and they just love it.
Expenses here run about $6,000 a month.
We pay for this through the goodness of our supporters, and we have followers all over the world, and we apply for grants, and what we're looking for in the community is more community support.
They wouldn't be able to get by without the help of volunteers like Cindy Gordon. She loves working with the parrots.
They are very smart. They have the intelligence of a 2 to 5-year-old.
Most of the parrots can talk, and Cindy says they know what they're saying.
If my phone starts ringing, they will all say hello, 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 and then one might say something like, answer that phone.
There are 4 of these aviaries out here at a total cost of $40,000, and they're buried deep in the ground to protect the birds from predators. Linda Carson, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
What was the bird saying? Was he
making a lot of noise?
I think it was his out cue.
Right? It was all about him in that one.
That's good to see, though. We are looking at some pretty interesting weather coming over the next several days, some unsettled weather at times, so keep the umbrellas handy.
We will. World News Tonight with David Muir's next.
We'll see you back here again at 11. Have a good night.